Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. About 2 weeks ago we reviewed some Duramax TikToks and then we looked at some Power Stroke TikToks, or the other way around, I honestly can't remember. But today we're going to change it up. We're going to look at Cummins TikTok. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting this off, obviously we got to search for Cummins TikTok. Let's get straight into this.
If you ever want to know what 3,000 horsepower looks like, this is a billet aluminum 24 valve Cummins. It uses 3 turbochargers in a compound system, and this application is mainly used for sled pulling. So you're going to notice a couple trick things here. Number one, this is a dry block, so there's no coolant passages. You need as much rigidity as possible, so you can't run any coolant passages. Also, this engine uses a dry sump oiling system. Now you see dry sump systems on high-end race cars, drag cars, but even here it's used because you need high pressure, high quality oil at every critical engine component at all times, or this engine is just going to self-destruct and explode. And if you look closely, this isn't using a VP44. This is using a billet 18 millimeter injection pump. So when this thing is making all the boost, it's also going to need all the fuel.
I gotta say, like, that's a pretty insane motor. That's a pretty insane setup in general. Like, I really like that. It's a triple compound system, and then it's a billet block, no coolant, with the whole dry sump oiling system, and then the crazy injection system and all that. Obviously, a motor like that, it's set up for maximum power output. It's set up for basically just making a crazy amount of power for a short amount of time, which is, sled pulling. It's not like they're making, crazy long pulls or anything like that. It's going max power for, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds at absolute most, so it can get away with having no real coolant system. All right, so now we got another video here. It's a Cummins Mustang.
Timing now, it might be hard to start, but if it does start, it'll make a lot of power.
So as far as I can tell, it's a 12 valve.
Oh, goddamn! You hear that? Man, that's a lot of time. This is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot more fuel added to it, as you can hear the knocking now. So, I guess let's see if she does any better.
Good Red Bull. This Cummins powered Mustang is pretty wild. The easiest way to put that is like when the redneck gets a lot of money. I do like that it has a GT500 or a GT500 style front bumper on it, but yeah, I mean, that's really cool. Can't imagine that thing drives very good just considering the weight of 12 valve in the front of it as compared to a Coyote. 12 valves, probably weighs 2, 3, 4 times as much. So I can't imagine that thing handles very well anymore, but I give it a thumbs up. I think that's pretty cool. How bad did it hurt? What in tarnation? Can somebody explain this to me? I'm guessing it still has a Volkswagen diesel in it, which I think is the 1.8 liter or the 2 liter diesel that you can get in those. But holy cow, the wheel spacers. It's got the Ram mirrors, so the stupid moose ears that are, look at me, I'm a Dodge Ram. And then the ridiculous like 10-foot tall stack. I have a lot of questions about this build. I like it though, it's gonna turn heads, and that's always a plus. Oh! So, on to the next video here. We got a sled pulling truck, and it has quite the explosion, to the point that the entire motor comes flying out, separate of the transmission, so it literally blew off of the transmission somehow. Thumbs up on that one, I like that. Nothing wrong with a good old, like a nice big explosion. Moving on to this next video, I'm not sure what we got going on here. We got a truck in the background. We've got a skinny girl with some tattoos. And that's it. And obviously I think the Confederate flag boots. Said it in another video, I won't leave my opinion on the Confederate flag. I'll let you guys leave your opinions of that in the comments, but I'm not gonna leave my opinions on that. Because so many of these videos are not Cummins related, I think we should go ahead and change up the search on this to maybe like, well, let's go like 12 valve. Let's check out some 12 valve videos. Already. This is better. Like the big tip on it. Like the LED tail lights. Knowing it's a 12 valve, it's gonna smoke a lot because of basically the full mechanical system. If you want to make a lot of power on a 12 valve, you are almost always gonna end up with a lot of exhaust soot, which in this case, he's got a really smoky exhaust for really probably not even making that much power.
I want to hear that turbo.
It said when you want to hear that turbo. He's got a whole set turbo. I believe this is a 12 valve. He took out some sort of ring, and I believe that was You know, I'm not really sure what he took out on that whole set turbo. It might have been some like sort of little restrictor plate. If anybody knows, you know, let me know down in the comments below exactly what did he pull out on that whole set turbo and why he did it. Can't really imagine that that actually makes much of a difference in terms of power, but maybe you guys will know.
When you go to start your 12
Already,
valve and it's
first 2 seconds of this
25
video,
degrees,
love this truck. It says when you go to start your 12 valve and it's 25 degrees out. So I think he's letting the stupid.
25 degrees. Who even plugs in their trucks anymore?
So here we got a 3-degree cold start on a Cummins. Yeah, this is, okay, just right here, this is pretty retarded. Just use a block heater. At this point, you're basically using the starter as a block heater by getting the starter. You're just burning out your starter. Yeah, bro, just use a block heater. If it's 3 degrees outside, just use a block heater. Not that difficult.
One eternity later.
This is over a minute now of him just cranking on this starter and not letting up. It looks like it finally turned on. So about a minute straight of just on your starter. Bro, it's really f***ing stupid. Just buy a block heater. POV, you asked me to pop the hood after getting gapped. So right off the bat here, I'm just going to go ahead and guess it's a compound setup. Nope. It's actually just a big single. That actually surprised me because I feel like a lot of the really fast 12 guys are running compound setups, but in this case, it's actually just a big single. Nice. I bet you it's pretty quick. I like that. Thumbs up.
Hey, hazelnuts. 12 valve or LB7? LB7. What is that?
I don't like 12 valve.
You don't like Cummins? Alright, Benny, 12 valve versus LB7 Duramax.
Definitely LB7 because who the fuck wants a tractor motor in this shit? Falling apart, dash coming apart.
So basically, this guy is asking either his friends or some technicians that he works with, would you rather have a 12 valve or an LB7, and just seeing what their response is.
Then we go LB7. Oh, why? More comfortable truck, and it honestly doesn't take a lot to make good power with. And I mean, I like both of them realistically.
I mean, really, like, they're both really good motors. Obviously, the 12 valve is like full mechanical, and the LB7 is not full mechanical, but the LB7 has that common rail injection system, so it's a lot more efficient, and it's actually, I think, kind of, you could make an argument that it's easier to make power with an LB7 as compared to a 12 valve, but you could make the argument that the 12 valve is more reliable because it's fully mechanical. I'll let you guys debate that down in the comments. It says, Mom, don't pull in like an asshole, we have family over. Man, some of these comments are brutal on this guy. Mom texts about his truck. His lock screen is his truck. The TikTok is about his truck. His TikTok is his truck. When your identity is your truck, Rosentire's existence is centered around his truck. I kind of gotta agree with those comments. We get it. You like your truck. You think your truck is cool, but really not. All right, that's enough of the 12 valve stuff. Let's check out some 6.7 videos and see what's over on there.
Name a better sounding diesel, I'll wait.
Says, name a better sounding diesel, I'll wait.
Name a better
Yeah, I will say that's a
sounding
very,
diesel, I'll wait.
that turbine is pretty loud. Really, it sounds more like an airplane than a diesel. Just to name one better sounding diesel, I gotta say the 6-liter Power Stroke, although it's a turd and I don't like it, I do think it's probably the best sounding engine as far as diesels that's out there currently.
6.7 exhaust compilation.
So we got a 6.7 exhaust compilation. Ooh, it's smoky. It sounds pretty good though, I will say that. Oh, he's sliding it. He was sliding it in that clip, it looked like.
Want to hear a a 6.7 exhaust brake at 3,000 RPM.
6.7 exhaust brake at 3,000 RPM. That's a concerning kind of sound.
Over bullshitty, just straight inline 6.
That's a really crazy sound for an exhaust brake. Well, I should say that's a crazy sound for an exhaust brake for something that's not like a semi truck.
Watch out, girl.
Oh man, he's throwing down. On the limiter, jeez. You know, actually, do you guys know, was that the limiter, or was it actually just fuel starving on that? Let me know down in the comments.
6.7 Cummins or 6.7 Power Stroke?
Power stroke, baby.
6.7 Power Stroke or 6.7 Cummins?
So this is basically similar to the video that we had earlier.
6.7 Power Stroke or 6.7 Cummins?
Just asking a couple people, would they rather have a 6.7 Cummins
Why?
or a 6.7 Power Stroke? So let's see what they say.
Made to toe.
6.7 Power Stroke.
He said 6 in a row made to toe in reference to the fact that it's an inline 6. Inline 6 is kind of the superior configuration for a diesel engine. So there's that, and basically the rest of these are either, they picked the Power Stroke because they like the Power Stroke, or they picked the Cummins because they don't like Ford. So name a motor that sounds better. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, but like I said, it's hard to beat the 6-liter Power Stroke in terms of sound. And it looks like a lot of these comments are, they basically have the same idea. The 6-liter Power Stroke really is the best sounding truck. Not by far, probably the worst motor, but the best sounding motor. Alright guys, that's about all I've got for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Stay tuned for next week's video because we're going to be looking at squatted trucks because we all love to hate those. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, get subscribed so you don't miss out on the future stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.